where you vibrate. And there was part in this program that I was watching that was talking about spirituality versus religion. There was a professor there who had studied ministers, priests, rabbis who had left their religious posts and were now exploring and even saying, well, I'm not Christian anymore, I'm not Jewish, I don't know what I am, but I'm exploring. And the same answer came from all of them, regardless of what denomination they were from. And that is, religion doesn't cut it. It just does not support reality. It doesn't support the facts of life. There's got to be more out there. And the way she was describing things, I would describe these people as yogis. Seekers of the God force, seekers of understanding, seekers of how to be better souls and better vibrational energies on the planet so that they could make themselves a better person. And I've got a couple of notes here I want to take a look at and make sure I'm covering everything for you, because what happens is, inevitably, I finish the show and I take a look at my paperwork and say, oh, I didn't get to this and I didn't get to that. I would like to know some of your feedback about your own spiritual experiences, whether they were near-death experiences, whether you had a car accident and were unconscious for a few seconds or even a few minutes, which would be a near-death experience, believe it or not, whether you were on the operating room table like I was, or drowned like I did, or had bad reactions to medication. Whatever your experiences were, I would be interested in hearing whether or not that changed your perspective. And if it didn't, why not? How could you have an experience that you can't quote-unquote understand, or your teachers or your rabbi or your minister didn't describe to you? You have had something extra, quote-unquote, ordinary on the face of the earth, but totally ordinary in the universe. Totally normal. Completely normal, as a matter of fact. Not having these experiences is abnormal. So I'd like to know if you have changed your perspective on your particular religion or your particular daily philosophy. Because to me, how you live is your philosophy. Your philosophy guides you. Are you going to be drunk? Are you going to be stoned? Are you going to be cruel? Are you going to be violent? Or are you going to be sober? Are you going to be kind? Are you going to be responsible? Are you going to be nurturing? These are the things that describe who you are. Not your clothes, not your car, not your checkbook, not your fabulous job, not your fabulous friends, but who you really are. What are you like inside? Who are you when you have a power failure like we did last night, and you're sitting in the dark or with the flashlight with the cat cuddled up next to you thinking, what's going on? I didn't sign up for this. And she's looking up helplessly as it's getting warmer and warmer. And you're just by yourself or with your pussycat or your puppy dog, and you're saying, what do I mean? What do I mean when I talk to people? What do I mean when I try to explain my position? Is it a position that I have created? Or is it a position that I'm mimicking from my parents, or from my school, or from my rabbi, or my minister, or my priest? Who are you when the lights are off? Who are you when no one's looking? What are your thoughts when you think no one can hear them? That's who you are. We are on WTMY 1280 AM radio and your computer on metaspeak.com. And you can hear us every Saturday and Sunday at 5 o'clock. Excellent. I don't know what they're going to do when there's a ball game on. What do you think? But just tune in or call the station or go online and check the times. They will give them to you. And the show gets repeated throughout the week. And you can catch up on some of the old shows that they have archived there. So I want to see what you have to say about your religions, and if you would leave that on the website, or call my office at 736-4567 for a consultation if you like, or just say, hi, this is Susie Jones and I think this. Just make it real short because I don't want to listen to your life story on my machine. I want to make sure that you're listening out there and you've got your opinions and you know who you are. So the phone number again is 727-736-4567, and this is Linda Bennett. Let's check the timing on this and see what we're doing. We've got 3 more minutes. Okay, I want to make sure that I cover everything in this section because we've got other things to talk about as well. By the way, there's a wonderful show called I Survived and Back on A&E Bio, and they talk to people who have had near-death experiences. And I think we're covering some of this in the later segments, but every single person that I have heard on that or watched on that program talks about having experiences they never expected to have. Some of them were very unpleasant because they were being shown if they continued along a certain path what they were going to be in for. And they didn't like it. And every single one of them has made changes in their behavior for the better. And that's what the universe does. When you're headed in the right path or the wrong path, they try to give you an opportunity to hear and to see what is headed for you if you keep heading in that direction. The people who had pleasant experiences were absolutely astonished. And to me, one of the most poignant experiences was a woman who saw her dog when she was little, and there was her dog bouncing after her grandma. And of course, the heavens are filled with critters that we've known and loved, and critters we haven't known and loved, but who know and love us. Maybe we had them in other lifetimes. Maybe they're just there because they're happy to be there, and they're happy to be with humans, and they're happy to be with each other. And you think, well, I didn't know my dog was going to go to heaven. Why not? I think most dogs are nicer than most people. I had a dog following me around the vet today. I was doing some volunteer work, and this particular dog is owned by one of the technicians there and had surgery and is there being, watched over every day because she's slowly recovering. And every time I turned around, there was this little black French bulldog looking up at me with this adorable, ugly face. I'm sorry, bulldog fans, the dogs are ugly. But this dog is so ugly, she is adorable. This gigantic wet black nose, licking me all over the place. And then I brought her fresh water, and she was very grateful, and she looked up very happily that I brought her fresh water. And you cannot fool animals or children. If you talk to children about these circumstances of life and death, they're going to be very honest with you, and so will animals. So stay with us, because we are coming right back with more Metaphysically Speaking, and this is Linda Bennett.